Onwards, round two. The score stands at 40 points for Copperbelt University, Zambia, against 150 for Jomo Kenyatta University, Kenya. Two new faces in centre position. Dennis for JKU. I want to hear from you some words of wisdom.
Yes, John. My words of wisdom come from the poem Invictus, and they are, I am the captain of my soul, I am the master of my fate. I love those words because they affirm the basic truth that everyone has control of his own attitude in any circumstance in life.
As to be heard in the hit movie. From you, Katai, I wish to hear about your hometown.
My home village is in Mwinilunga. That's in the northwest of Zambia. It's a serene place with large forests, and those forests are actually where the Zambezi River starts from. That's Africa's fourth longest river.
A place I hope to visit one day.
You're welcome.
Have a look at our 4 new categories, and they are you nervous? Artistic techniques, Colors Our World, Women of Africa 2009.
Are you nervous?
It is. The nerves of the spinal cord are protected by which bones that form the spine or backbone? Copperbelt?
The spinal cord?
No, I'm turning it over to JKU.
The vertebra.
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Fossa meninges cranium. 1. Which is the bone that encases the brain?
Cranium.
That is correct. 2. Which names tough membranes protecting the brain?
Meninges.
That is correct for 20 points, giving you a total of 180. Dennis, choice of category, please.
Women of Africa 2009.
Chantal Biya, an international style and fashion icon, is First Lady of which Central African country? JKU.
Cameroon.
That is correct. For 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Kenya's Mama Sarah is a UN Goodwill Ambassador in fighting sleeping sickness. 1. What is her famous family name?
Obama.
That is correct. 2. Which fly spreads that disease?
Tsetse fly.
That is correct for 20 points, giving you a total of 210. Dennis, choice of category, please.
Women of Africa 2009.
It is. In 2009, Betty Ndlovu was named a liberation hero for her role in the liberation of which nation from white rule? Copperbelt?
Zimbabwe.
That is correct. For 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. 1. In 2009, which West African country hosted the International Colloquium on Women's Empowerment?
Burkina Faso.
No, the correct answer is Liberia. 2. Which president of that nation co-chaired the conference?
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
That is correct for 10 points, giving you a total of 60. Katai, choice of category, please.
Women of Africa.
It is. In 2009, which Rwandan leader received Liberia's Knighthood of Pioneers for his advocacy of women's rights? Copperbelt?
Paul Kagame.
That is correct for 20 bonus points. In 2009, Pope Benedict XVI preached equality of the sexes in an address in which African country?
Angola.
That is correct for 20 points, giving you a total of 90 against JKU's 210. Katai, choice of category, please.
Are you nervous?
It is. Which hypo part of the brain controls many of the body's autonomic functions? JKU.
Hypothalamus.
That is correct for 20 bonus points. Sleeping, swimming, sight. Which of these functions is controlled by the hypothalamus?
Sleep.
That is correct for 20 points, giving you a total of 240. Dennis, choice of category, please.
Artistic techniques.
It is. Which heavy type of fabric names the stretched cloth upon which artists paint? JKU.
Fabric.
I'm turning it over to Copperbelt.
Canvas.
That is correct. And that flash of lightning gives you your Zane super bonus question on famous footballers for 20 points. Of these, which is 1. JJ Okocha?
B.
That is correct. 2. John Obi Mikel?
A.
That is correct. 3. Kolo Toure?
C.
That is correct for 30 points, giving you a total of 130. Katai, choice of category, please.
Are you nervous?
It is. Choroid campus cerebellum, which C region in the rear of the brain controls balance and coordination? JKU.
Cerebellum.
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. 1. The brain and spinal cord are the CNS, or the what nervous system?
Central.
That is correct. 2. The nerves around your body form the PNS, or the what nervous system?
Parasympathetic.
No, peripheral. Giving you 10 points, a total of 260. Dennis, choice of category, please.
Artistic techniques.
It is. Adamic, mosaic, Yusufic. Which technique uses broken tiles to create a picture? Copper belt.
Adamic.
I'm turning it over to JKU.
Mosaic.
That is correct. For 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Tapestry, pointillism, calligraphy. 1. Which is the use of tiny dots of paint to create an image?
Pointillism.
That is correct. 2. Which is the use of stylized writing as an art?
Calligraphy.
That is correct for 20 points. End of round 2. The score stands at 130 points for Copperbelt University, Zambia, against 290 for Jomo Kenyatta University, Kenya. Now, this year's international championship features 32 teams. Playoff games reduce that field to 16. Let's take a look at some of the fine competition in those playoffs.